Well, we've done a review of RC and Ratchet recently. Might as well finally do my other favorite Autobot. I am genuinely surprised it took this long to do a review of Ultra Magnus, considering Ultra Magnus is constantly vying to be my favorite Autobot and one of my favorite Transformers, period. Yep, here we are. And a thing about me is, I know a lot of people really don't like it when Ultra Magnus is just the white Optimus Prime with the blue faceplate. I really do like that, though, mostly because that's the Ultra Magnus type of figure and character that I grew up with, aside from animated Magnus. So there's actually nostalgia for me seeing these repainted Optimus Primes into Ultra Magnus, and I typically think the molds look better in the Ultra Magnus color scheme. That's why, when I knew I wanted to track down a version of Armada Prime, I went for the Universe Magnus, because I honestly think that this is the best this mold has ever looked, and maybe that's just me. From Transformers Universe, this is Ultra Magnus, an extensive repaint of the Deluxe Armada Optimus Prime, also known as the Bendy Prime, due to just how well articulated he was for that series, and even for figures in general at the time. For anyone unaware, this is a pretty groundbreaking figure for Transformers. It was one of the first times that they released Optimus Prime at the deluxe scale, meaning that you could have an Optimus Prime who would look pretty good with your other standard Autobots without being either the traditional leader-sized or the very small legend-sized. Moreover, it was one of the first times that you were able to get articulation that was on par, and in some ways even surpassing Beast Wars figures, out of a very simple car transformer. The only other point of reference you'd have were the very blocky Armada figures, as well as the RID figures that were a lot more articulated, but also a lot harder to transform and more prone to falling apart. This is kind of where you get the classics mentality of a easy, efficient transformation mixed with great articulation and detail. Just taking a closer look, and I love how armored the Armada Prime design looks. He just looks like a warrior to me, whereas most Optimus Primes always go for a very superhero look. You see like the armor plates, the larger shoulders, this chest armor up here. Even the head sculpt I think is very sharp and well done. I kind of wish we could go back to this for a standard Prime look, at least in terms of getting another figure out, and it's the reason why I really want that Fans Hobby Naval Commander, even though it's like $300 now. The transformation is very quick, but, well, it doesn't hide that much of the robot, now does it? Just goes back to Armada being a very simplified transformation toy line. Even with that, this is still a fun figure.